Willy Wonka, what a plonker. Giving away your golden ticket, you can take it and fucking stick it. Only 5 tickets, what's your chance? Count them on your fingers and stick them in my pants. And whilst you're licking your wallpaper, may I suggest you move your tongue from the snuzzberries to my chest. The moral of the story, to be sure, don't be gluttonous, don't be a whore to consumerism, don't chew gum, don't watch TV, don't be a bum. Like Grandpa Joe, claiming the dole, in these Tory times he'd have to sell his soul for even a sniff at 40 quid a week. Wins a golden ticket, jumps up like he's had a beak. So once upon a time, it was a time not unlike today. The world was dreary, things looked grey. Some had nothing, others had it all. And through all this uncertainty, one man stood tall. He roused some excitement in the folk with his invite. He promised them all a chance of some insight into his factory, into his land, something of mystery, something grand. All had a chance, just like a vote, but like democracy would probably go to some scroot. Time went by, tickets were won, chocolate was eaten by the ton. It's a good reflection on today. Some get lucky, some buy their way. Some can afford daddy's factories to do their bidding. They pretty much bribe their way into winning. Some out there are Veruca salts. They have it all, or so it seems. They think money will make all their dreams. They shout at people to get what they want. In today's democracy, you'd call her Jeremy Hunt. They both don't deserve their place. They have no respect. They're an utter disgrace. They stamp their feet and holler and cry. They both would happily rape the well dry to achieve their own ends. There's no compromise with people like that. Even the most passive would call them a twat. Her ticket and his NHS reform will hopefully give them a paper cut. And that's how the squirrels knew she was a bad nut. So they carried her off, not to be seen. And that's why you shouldn't be spoiled and mean. So the search goes on for the ideal one. Whilst we chew on this, please pass me some gum. Some are overtaken by pride. Their sanity is subdued by their competitive side. They blow bubbles with the same falsehoods. They could all win trophies for getting up to no good. In this respect, one springs to mind his position on the EUs of the xenophobic kind. How the fuck did we call this man Mayor? He's like Hubba Bubba, 10 seconds into talking and his point's bare. I'm there wanting an airwave, a breath of fresh air. Instead I'm left wondering, what the fuck's with his hair? They want it all, they have no haste. Gum, the EU, put it all in their face. They'll chew it up, spit it out. Have faith in them, have no doubt. They know what they're doing, please be sure. But what's that fuck? They're rising from the floor. Now physics, that's science, and science is fact. Atoms, elements, infinite sky, comes something full of hot air, and it will fly. Now, Violet was full of gum, Boris is full of shit. Whilst they expand, nothing to do but sit, watch, wait, and pray for the best. Hope some snozwangers or vicious canids roll them off and feed them to their kids. Now Mike TV, what a dude, put on a cowboy hat, spin doctor of the crude, obsessed with the media, the stories he could feed ya. Control is his game, entertainment and fun, but give him a backhander and you can say what you want in the sun. Sorry, I digress. I should stick to the story. Mike TV was not a massive Tory, just a kid with an imagination and a fascination for guns. lays it down to a very small size, then taken to the gum stretcher room, now 10 foot in size. Appears now he can't go to school. His father cries, "Wonka, you are so cruel." Now who could spin such a creative school? Rupert Murdoch. I can't help but connect it to a political theme, because politics and democracy make me cream. Chocolate with a snap, crackle and pop. Acidic wallpaper, Oompa Loompas, the endless gobstop. I'm not claiming to have all the answers. The world, after all, is run by chances. Most of us are just trying to get by. Augustus Gloop was not a bad guy. He's a good example of society. His own parents encouraged his gluttony. And aren't we living in a nanny state? We're led to believe if left to our own devices we'd lose control. So we rely on democracy. We pay the toll. We're told without it, anarchy would ensue. And politicians are representations of me and you. So we're encouraged by the people that we're meant to trust to drink from that chocolate river. Try it. We must. He's told by Wonka to enjoy. What a thing to say to a gluttonous boy. So he behaves in ways passed on to him. He's been taught his gluttony is not a sin. So he sees that chocolate river and dives right in. Be careful, Augustus, his mother warns. But it's too late. He's already been taught. Fill his boots, fill his plate. Everyone stands back looking in awe, maybe secretly hoping that he would fall. And so he does, huzzah, we knew, and it's off to the fudge-making room with you. On to the finale, the end of our tale. Willy Wonka searched for his protege so he could bail. He's built his empire with his blood, sweat and tears, falling into the wrong hands, corporate scumbags, his main fears. He wants someone with passion to continue his work. He doesn't want to leave his legacy to some massive blurt. He can't go on forever, his time is done. So he started a search for a chosen one. One creative, humble, who in fairness would be prime, to look after his workers, respect their toil, take time to listen to people, what they have to say. Striving to be empathetic would be his way. Understanding people's frustration and boredom. In my mind, maybe a bit like Jeremy Corbyn. Now, I'm not saying he's perfect, nobody is, but like Charlie, the best out of this fucking bunch of kids. Charlie came from nothing, that was his plight. But he dreamt, believed, tried with his might to hope the world could be fair and true, that we will not always be scared of the Gru. Now my opinion may be completely shite, but I believe in compassion, strength if we unite. Please do not be consumed by the fear they sell. If we stand together, all could be well. It's our factory, our world to take, and we're at a point where there's a lot at stake. Together we can build something to be proud of, to be instilled into our children, generations to come. We may tell stories of when we were so dumb, but I think a revolution is brewing and it will come. Until then, let's create the fantastical, Dave, can't. Let them know they have no control of our minds. Let us help each other. Sister from another mister, brother from another mother. Let our imaginations roam wild and free. Just Willy Wonka, you and me. So, there. That's what I think anyway.